Today we are going to talk about the factors which aggravate Pitta Dosha. And these tips which I am going to say, even Pitta people can use, Pitta Kapha people can use, and Pitta Vata people can also make use of it. So one of the most important thing which we forget most of the times is walking in sun. If you are walking in direct sun, you know, most of the times we Pitta people, I am also Pitta person. So most of the times it happens like the situation comes, you have to walk for hours in a direct sun, direct heat, especially at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, when you know sun is straight up. So that times if you are walking, always cover your head with something. It can be hat, it can be cap, it can be umbrella. Because when you walk in direct sun for long time, and if you are having Pitta body type, it is responsible for aggravating Pitta. At the same time, if you are a Kapha person and you are walking the same way, it doesn't affect you that much. But if you are a Pitta person, definitely you will get headache. And at the evening you get to know why I got headache. I have done nothing, maybe I am eating something or this thing, but it is not because of that, because if you are walking in direct sun and you are a Pitta person. So avoid walking in direct sun if you are a Pitta person. One more thing that aggravates Pitta is fasting. Those people, 1 or even 2 or 3 days fasting is, actually Ayurveda recommend intermittent fasting. We don't recommend too long fasting, but even if you are doing unknowingly, and if you are a Pitta person and you are doing this fasting for long, like 2 days, 3 days, so for these kind of people, because Pitta people have a lot of digestive fire, because their digestive fire is more. In Ayurveda it is called Tivra, because it is more. You can say Tivra means it's high in quantity. So if you do fasting a lot, fasting itself also increase the digestive fire. So digestive fire is nothing, it's just a form of Pitta. So that will also be responsible for aggravating Pitta. So for Pitta people, we recommend, even if you are doing fast, do intermittent fasting. Don't do prolonged fasting for 2 days, 3 days, because I know out of certain things spreading and social media and everywhere, it is recommended like you go fasting and these kind of things. But Ayurveda always support intermittent fasting. One most common cause that aggravate Pitta is, for example, if you have eaten in the morning late, and the lunch time came and your previous food has not been digested yet, and if you eat food, then that will also aggravate Pitta. So for these kind of people, it's very important, like you set the timings for food and you eat food at the specific time. There should be minimum 4 hours gap between 2 meals, because you know, so that stomach has some time to digest your food, and intestines will have some rest. One more thing which a Pitta person can take care of, because you know, it's a natural inclination of a Pitta person towards sour things. A lot of sour things Pitta people are inclined to, and I don't know why it is like that, but it is. So I would suggest you eat these sour things, but in a limited quantity. Don't ever overeat these too much sour things, because in Ayurveda it has been written that the sour taste, the food that is sour in taste, that is also naturally responsible for enhancement of Pitta. So if you are a Pitta person and if you are eating some sour things, please eat sensibly, don't overeat sour things. Because if you are eating a lot of sour things, it aggravates the digestive fire. Too much digestive fire, because digestive fire should be there, but digestive fire should be balanced. It should not be over digestive fire, because even if you are over digestive fire, that is also not good for body, because then the disease is called, you know, acidity. You have heard most of the Pitta people, they usually suffer with acidity, and they don't know what is the reason for acidity. They keep eating these sour things and they feel like acidity is happening. So you can reduce these sour things in your diet. You eat sour, because every taste, like, you know, sour, bitter, these things, sweet, everything is needed, but eat in such a way that it remain balanced in your body. And if you are a Pitta person, you also eat sour things. It's not like sometimes lemon juice is very good for health. It's not like that, but don't overeat it. Don't overdo anything. It's just like that. One more thing which is responsible for aggravating this Pitta dosha is eating too much oily food. If you are eating oil, oils are healthy. It's not like they are not healthy, but you know, everything is healthy when it is being used in a very sensible way, very balanced quantity. But if you know, especially in Indian cookings, it's been seen because many times people forget what to eat, just to make things very tasty, they overuse oil. So that also is responsible for enhancing the Pitta dosha, and in turn it causes acidity. So it is very important that you use oil, even if you are using some oil in your food, you use oil but limited quantities. At the same time, we all know Ayurveda recommend the use of spices, and I also recommend the use of spices because these spices are herbs which improves your digestion. But if you overuse spices, and if you are a Pitta body type, that will disturb your digestion. You have heard many times people say like, you know, I started eating spices, but after spices I feel very burning sensation, I am not feeling this. Why? This is happening because you are overeating spices. Even if you are using spices, use in a minimum quantity. If you are a Pitta person, don't overuse it. Let's understand it like this. You have a friend who is Kapha body type, he is using the same spices, same way, nothing is happening to him. But you are a Pitta body type, if you are overusing spices, you suddenly feel acidity, and many times patients comes to me, and even in my consultations, you know, when I talk to people, because it's general people, you know, you're sitting on screen in front online, so they talk like, we are eating spices, this is happening. So I suggest them, you're already Pitta body type and you are eating these spices, and that's too you are eating overdose of spices. So definitely acidity will happen, and because you know, overdose of any medicine is not good. Everything is a medicine only because Ayurveda says everything in this world is medicine, but only if you know how to use it. But if you overuse it or overdo anything, that is not good for health. So same principle is valid on here also. If you are eating spices, don't overeat. Another thing, many people, what they do, they tolerate hunger. You know, they are hungry but they are sitting, they are hungry but they are sitting. These Pitta people, if they are hungry, they should definitely eat something, either some fruit. If your food is not available, eat some fruit. And you know, if you are a diabetic patient, what you should eat, what you should not eat. I recommend fruits for everyone, but that doesn't mean like even if you are a diabetic person, you start eating sweet fruits or overeat fruits. Because a diabetic person knows what to eat, what not to eat. Even if you are a Pitta person and you are diabetic, you should choose your fruit consciously. So those things are universal laws, and they are applicable on everyone, whether you are getting treatment through Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, yoga, anything. There are certain universal guidelines which are available on every person. So always keep these things in mind. Now most of the people must be thinking, if Pitta is aggravating, what will happen? So if Pitta will aggravate in your body in future, in after 2-3 years, it depends on your immunity, how strong your immunity is. It invites certain diseases, because if Pitta is aggravated in your body, you are prone to or you are susceptible to certain diseases like this acidity, Amal Pitta. There is a lot of toxins in the body, that is called Amal Pitta in Ayurveda, and dizziness, spin body sensation, unease, lethargy, these kind of things happen. So and there is a big list of diseases or disorders in which this Pitta dosha is involved. I will discuss it, but in some other video. So for now, only because we are talking about these tips to avoid the aggravation of Pitta dosha, so we will stick to that. Another thing, now these are the things which you can do physically, but there are certain things which you can do mentally also, you know. Now what are the things which you can do mentally to reduce the aggravating Pitta dosha? One of those things is, try to avoid anger. I know, like unpleasant situations come and Pitta people are, you know, famous for anger. They immediately get angry. But you know, you need to understand, if your body type is Pitta and if you are doing anger, because you know, whatever we are doing mentally, it has an impression on body. Whatever thought is coming in our mind, it changes the chemistry of our body. And Acharya Charak, who is the father of Ayurveda or father of Indian medicine, he clearly said like whatever impression our mind has, it will manifest in the body. And it's totally true. If you are angry, your chemistry will become stressed, will disturb, will, like, your soup of chemistry will become poisoned, and definitely it will affect your organs. How it will affect organs? Because in Ayurveda it's been said that if you are doing a lot of anger, it will aggravate Pitta, and it's very, very natural. If you are a Pitta person, you will have a lot of anger. So what to do? You try some breathing techniques, you try some meditation techniques, try to be in pleasant atmosphere. And if it is not possible, in the morning give 10 minutes, 5 minutes, do breathing practices to keep your mind calm. So it's very, very important. It's very, very helpful for you. Especially another things, avoid anxiety. Anxiety means thinking or imagining all these fearful things or sufferings and these kind of things. Unconscious anxiety happens. For these things you can use some yoga techniques, some relaxation techniques, some meditation music. We are trying our best to make every person to the best of his life, like, so that he will feel pleasant. So you can either use those techniques, or you by yourself you can choose any meditation or any relaxing technique. These kind of things you can do and make yourself calm, make yourself more stress free, anxiety free, because that is also responsible for enhancing the Pitta Dosha in the body. So these small things, if you take care of, it will make your life beautiful. Also, there are certain days which enhance the Pitta Dosha in the body. Let's understand it little bit from Ayurvedic perspective. I earlier also mentioned like this sour, a lot of salty things, excess use of salt, that is also responsible for Pitta Dosha aggravation. So let's try to understand what's the physiology behind it. Physiology is, according to Ayurveda, this sour thing and these salty things, they are full of Agni Mahabhuta, fire element. They contain a lot of fire element in it. So let's suppose you are having this much Pitta, your body type is Pitta, and now we are putting a lot of salt which is naturally having fire element in it, and lot of sour thing, it also have fire element it, and we are putting in it. Now the Pitta will become like this. So it is just like that. You use salt and you use sour thing, but use in a limited quantity, because little bit salt is needed for the body, because it is responsible for water retention in the body, and it is responsible for a lot of electrolytes. And so it is not you can totally avoid salt, it's not like that. You eat salt, but eat in a limited quantity. Like I have seen many people, they are eating something and they over sprinkle salt in it. So if you are a Pitta body type, don't over sprinkle salt. You use salt, but less amount. Try to less than what a normal person is eating. If you do these things, Pitta will remain balanced and you feel more healthy. Those of you who are new to our channel and you do not know what is your body type, you can click the link mentioned below in description, and we will help you to know your body type. So whatever your body type is, Vata, Pitta or Kapha, according to that do certain modifications in your life and make your life beautiful and happy and more healthy. And also you can write us a message, so that if you don't want to mention something over there, you can write. So with this note, I would like to say stay healthy, stay blessed, take care.